Are you disposable? Come on in, welcome to my home, and ask yourself if you're disposable. What do I mean by are you disposable? Well, some of us live disposable lives. We buy things that are completely and totally disposable. One-use products, that's it. You use it, and you get rid of it. Now, am I a huge environment person? Not huge, but I think about it. You will notice if you watch my videos closely that I do not use paper towels and I do not use paper napkins. Nope, don't use them. Why? Because one, they're expensive for single-time use things, and, well, no, that's really it. They're expensive. I can actually get a rag and wipe up a spill and then put that into my laundry and wash it. I can take a napkin and wash it. And you're saying, well, okay, but that's good for you, but I can't do that. My question to that is, why? Why can't you do that? If you think napkins are really expensive, I did find something interesting. All of my napkins are actually handkerchiefs, men's handkerchiefs, that's all they are. And I just throw them in the laundry and wash them, and are they perfectly pristinely white? No, I do have those for when I need to do photo shoots and that sort of thing, but my everyday ones aren't perfectly pristinely white, and I am absolutely 100% okay with that. They're clean. They are clean. The nice part about having rags is I always have rags. Have you ever run out of paper towels when you go to wipe up a spill and then you have to actually use a rag? Why didn't you just use a rag to begin with? Because you will always have rags. Everybody has something that you can grab. What I usually do is I usually buy those huge packages of washcloths, which will then last me forever. And I'm really big on buying white washcloths because this is where I get into the whole, I'm not a huge environmental protection kind of person. I'm pretty big on it, but not huge, because I do use bleach. I haven't found a good bleach alternative that I like. I am looking, so if you know of one, let me know down in the comments, but it needs to be really good so that way it really can whiten things up. I'm trying a new laundry detergent to see if I like it, and yes, I am making it, so I'm just seeing if I like that and see if it will whiten things up. But I would rather use non-disposable things. Now, there are a few things that I still use that are disposable. Plastic wrap is one of the things which I am looking into alternatives, but right now I haven't found one that I absolutely love. Plastic bags, you'll notice I don't really use plastic bags. Most of the time I either use my canning jars or bowls that have lids on them. So yeah, that's not disposable. I'm really against disposable silverware or disposable, what is that called? Tableware, I guess? Flatware and paper plates and those sort of things, because I'm cheap. I can wash those things and it's so much cheaper. And you're like, well, I don't want to have to wash all that stuff. Well, okay, there are trade-offs. There are lots of trade-offs. And is that a perfect system to wash it versus throwing it away? No, because you are going to have to look at if you're using hot water, your detergent, that sort of thing. So it's not a perfect system, but I would rather reuse something and not just put something out there that I'm just, buying for a single use. And the same thing goes with, I don't use, on 9 times out of 10, I do not use single-use water bottles or those sort of things, because I really am trying to do at least a little tiny part of what I can to make the world slightly better, or not even better, just make the world so that we're not throwing so much stuff away. In fact, it is to the point where my mom and I are like neighbors. Well, we are like neighbors. We are neighbors. And so we can combine our trash into one container. So our trash goes into one container and our recycling goes into one container, because that's what we use. And you're saying, well, that's unimpressive because, you are just 2 people. Yeah, and I realize that. But the point I'm getting is I'm trying to reduce the amount of things that I use. Now, one of the things I'm horrible about are the grocery bags. I really, really, really try to remember those, but I always forget. Do I take my grocery bags back to be recycled? 9 times out of 10, yes. And I also do other things with them. So yeah, I try to use the single-use items that I get. Would I love to be able to reduce the amount of like, you know, plastics and that sort of things that come into my life? Oh yeah, I really would, because there are times when I get boxes that are inside boxes that are inside boxes, and it's just really annoying. But I am trying to do my own part in, I'm looking at this as a way to save myself money by not using these disposable single-use things, because it really does. Napkins can become expensive. Paper towels can become expensive. I can just use my handkerchiefs or rags, throw them into the laundry, and then they're ready to use the next time. Then once they get so bad, then you're going to have to figure out a way to recycle them, and there are lots of different ways. If you want me to talk about that, I can. I'm not an expert on this, and like in all of this, I'm not an expert on this, but I'm just telling you how I do it, what I do. Well, what do you think about that? Let me know down in the comments, and I hope I get to see you again next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Don't forget to subscribe, and check out the other videos on this channel. I love making these videos for you, and I hope I get to see you again next time.